All right, guys, today we're going to talk about how does a self-employed borrower with less than 2 years experience get a mortgage. The reason I want to tackle this, guys, the typical rule in the mortgage world is you've got to have 2 years self-employment history in order to qualify for a mortgage. In some cases, you can get an exception down to 1 year, but generally the thinking out there is if you have less than 1 or 2 years, you're out of luck if you're self-employed. Well, I've got good news. We've got a product that is for those types of borrowers that have less than 12 months self-employment history. But first, let's talk about what self-employment actually means. Of course, it means if you own your own business, that's self-employed. But in the mortgage world, if you're a 1099 employee, you're self-employed. So if you went from a W-2 to a 1099, you've gone from a W-2 employee to self-employed in our world, so you're subject to self-employed mortgage guidelines. So let's get back to the point of this video. If you're out there and you're self-employed, you need a mortgage, and you have less than 12 months of self-employment history, there is a mortgage for you. And I want to talk about how we do this and how you qualify, but I want to be transparent up front so I don't paint a rosier picture than really exists. When you do a mortgage like this, you're going to pay a higher interest rate, guys. It's a higher risk to the lender. So if up front, you need to know if you're getting into this type of a loan product where you have less than 12 months self-employment history, you're going to pay for it. That's okay if you need to get into a house, because guess what? Once you get to your 2-year self-employment history, you can refinance, get into a more sane interest rate, and kind of use this loan as a starter loan to kick the door open and get into a house. So just keep that in mind. I don't want to sugarcoat it. But the good news is if you're in this position with less than 12 months self-employment history and you need to buy a house, if you go to almost any lender, they're going to tell you, no, we've got a product and there is a way to get approved for a mortgage if you have less than 12 months self-employment history. It works really well with someone who has gone from a W-2 job to a 1099 job, and they're in a similar or the same field. There's a couple of ways that we qualify this. One is we look at bank statements and we can see what deposits have been coming in from that self-employment history, and there's a way to use that as the income. Another way to do it is to get a profit and loss statement. This is really cool because sometimes the bank statements don't work, right? The numbers don't jive, they don't show up right based on how the cash flow works for the business. So another option for this less than 12 months self-employment history is to get a profit and loss statement that covers the period from when you started self-employment to now, and have it done by a tax preparer. It can't be done by you. It's got to be done with somebody that's an actual tax preparer. But the good news is we can use that bottom line number, revenue minus expenses, divided by the time period, as your monthly income. And it sounds too good to be true. It's not. The cost to this, the other side of it, is that higher interest rate. Like I said, you're going to pay for this, but it is an option to get in there. So I just want you to walk away from this video knowing that if you need to buy a house and you're self-employed and you have less than 12 months experience, you can qualify for a loan, and there is a product out there for you. We would love to help, guys. We do free consultations. You can email me, or you can message me here. We would love to talk to you, answer any questions you have. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We'll talk to you soon.